Hi guys, so the discussion prompt I'll be discussing is whether leaders are born or developed. Sorry if I'm reading off my little notes here, I just want to make sure I have everything well spoken. I believe that leaders are developed. I think you can be born into certain situations and certain family styles and history and life and upbringing, but that develops you. And so, yeah, I think leaders are developed. I think you're raised in environments that can persuade or push you to become that leader sort of person in that role. And I think the way you grow up in the schools that you go to and the coaches you might have and the figures of authority you might have a big impact on you growing into a leader. Um, Blackburn discusses that high school athletic programs and administration programs actually kind of create a classroom outside of your curricula, outside of your academic classroom that teaches you a lot of life skills. And I think that also helps develop leaders. I think these life skills, confidence, determination, that gives you structure, it gives you a little bit of time management. Being involved in sports and athletics and in that type of program really prepares you for bigger things in life, like I said, outside of your academic programming. Some of the qualities for being a leader, um, Blackburn discusses that leaders in the administration are visionaries, they're directors, they're managers, counselors, they communicate well. I think a lot of these qualities, not just in admin, are qualities of leaders in general. I think leaders are determined. I think that they persevere. I think that they are positive most of the time. They want to see positive outcomes, and they tend to see all angles, as Blackburn said, like a visionary, all angles of what could be and what could happen, and they take all that information in. I think also leaders are good communicators. Blackburn says that effective communication can help with athletic personnel and helps them to understand their students and their athletes because it gets to know them, it gets to build trust between them. So communication is also really strong in being a leader because you want who you're leading and who you're helping to trust you, and you have to build those relationships. The impact that my own faith and values and beliefs have on teaching and coaching. I just want to provide more for the kids than they have. I have this passion and this drive. I believe in this drive and providing for them what they might not have at home or in the classroom. I really want to give them an amazing experience when they're on the court with me and I'm coaching them outside of just athleticism. I want compassion for what they're going through at home. Sports for a lot of these kids is really more than just physical. It's home away from home. It's they're an escape sometimes. These kids leave their baggage at the door and they come in and they're ready to play. Um, my faith tells me that I'm on the right path, that I am in the right profession, that I'm doing the right thing. It's something I never thought I would be doing coming out of high school and college, but I'm here and I'm really happy to do that. And also, just like I said, developing more than an athlete, being an extension to the classroom. We're not the classroom, we're an extension to the classroom, as Blackburn has quoted. Developing their life skills, as I had mentioned earlier, and just becoming really good people, and developing those interpersonal skills and those bonds and those relationships, and trying to grow this human being into a better human being once they leave me, once they are out into the world, and full adults. I think these real life qualities appear as, let's use determination. My determination appears as the time that I put in to giving back to these kids, the effort that I put into making the practice plans, to organizing, to managing, to working the different jobs and having access to these kids. I put in a lot of determination to create those plans. I persevere when things are hard, when plans don't go the way that we intended them to, and we need to make new ones, or kids are having a hard time. I persevere for them. Positive, you just always have to be positive. Things are going to be hard. Days are going to be hard. There's people out there with worse situations than you. You really have to just put on a brave face and be positive. Things could be worse. Things can always be worse. And you're here today. You're working today. You're doing something better for these kids today. So always remain positive. And visionary. I have to see things from all angles. I think that's a big one. I have to see the bad outcomes, the good outcomes, everything that can happen from a situation, and take that all into account so I'm prepared if things don't go the way that they're supposed to. You have to see the bigger picture for these kids. Like I said, outside of sports, where are they headed? Where can their life go? What can they learn that's going to take them to the next level? You have to really be a visionary for them. and directing and managing. You know, that's part of the game with coaching, admin, all of that. You are responsible for a lot of people. Coaching, it's just some students. Admin, it's a whole staff. You know what I mean? But I think being a leader is something that everyone is capable to do. I think it is developed, but I don't think it is specific to just a type of person. I think everyone with enough drive, and if they're pushed correctly by the right people and they have the right support system, everyone can be a leader. So thank you.